What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I am here to review Season 3, Episode 3 of Power Book 3. That's a lot of threes. Raising Kanan. That's a lot of threes. Season 3, Episode 3, Power Book 3. Raising Kanan. Tonight's episode is titled Open for Business. But before I get into this review, you know I got to handle my own business. I got to give a shout out to my lovely subscribers that hold me down in the comment section that have been watching this show and commenting on the episodes as I review them. I'm talking about folks like Tayon's World, Kryptonian Black, LaWanda Brown, Old Boogie Baby, and the RC Kroger. Y'all left comments on last week's review. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, keep those comments coming. Thank you to all the subscribers that have been watching. Let's keep it engaged over here. Keep those comments coming. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep this channel doing what? Going and growing. I do appreciate it. All right. With that being said, let's get right down to this episode. All right. Kanan and his weed operation. So we see Kanan going to Simrod's to discuss, selling Simrod's weed through by using his neighbor Paul's couriers, the bike messengers. He wants to use them. So it's like, okay, cool. And so he's over there having a conversation with Simrod, and he's telling him, says, listen, they're talking it out, working out the logistics. And Simrod says to him, he says, listen, your boy Famous, he too sloppy. I don't want him in this. He too sloppy. He came over here high as a kite, ate my son's cereal, something like that, he said. And then the son interjected, and he was like, didn't I tell you just play the video game? That scene between him and they're funny. Simran and his son, that is hilarious how you keep telling his son to stay out of grown folks' business. But it's a good thing, though, because if Famous would have come, maybe the negotiation wouldn't have worked out. So it's a good thing that he wasn't there. But he's home, sleep, because he overslept or whatever. And because of that, now Rock has come over because Rock, Detective Howard put in Rock's ear that, listen, we got to lay low, and your son over here hanging out with these new kids, and we don't know who these kids are. Go speak to your son. So she goes over there looking for Kanan, and she's speaking to Famous, and she gives Famous money. She told him, if it's anything that y'all need, you let me know. Anything y'all need, you let me know. I got you. So he's like, oh, okay. He's impressed with that. Now, Kanan comes back, and he's like, yeah, boy, this business is always going to be, this operation going to be cool. And Famous is like, nah, we can't shit where we eat. You don't shit where, that's the saying. You don't shit where you eat. And Kanan's like, what does that even mean? What are you talking about? And he's like, well, listen, I don't think we need to sell. We don't need to do this. Your mother came over here and gave us money. He goes in the little thing and shows him the money. Why did he do that? Kanan went over to him, smacked him in the face, and was like, let me tell you something. We're in this business. You heard what I'm saying? We're doing this. We're in this business. And if you ever let my mother in here again or take money from her, I'm effing you up. I don't take money from Rock. I said, oh, we're seeing the Kanan that we know from the original series. We get a little glimpse of that. So he's becoming that Kanan, that cold. Come on. Why he do Famous like that? Why'd he slap him like that? Why'd he bitch him up like? He didn't have to straight son him like that. He didn't have to do that. I don't think that Famous deserved that. He did not deserve that. Come on, Kanan. I was like, dang, that was messed up. But this is who Kanan is. But did y'all catch something else? The bike messengers. Did you pay attention? Did y'all catch that Easter egg? Two of those guys in that crew was the young Tommy and the young Ghost. Yes, it was. You pay attention to that. Look again. There's a lot of clues in there. That's us meeting the young Tommy and Ghost. They was, and remember, there's episodes where we learn, I think it was in the original Power, or maybe it's in Force. I don't know, where Tommy says he started off selling weed and all that stuff. So I was like, is that Ghost and Tommy, the young Ghost and Tommy? I think so. Tell me what you think. Do you think it is? I looked around. I think other people were saying the same thing. I caught that too. Very, 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 very clever right there. So interesting stuff. Like I said, I didn't think Famous deserved that. I didn't think that was cool. But let's move right on down to Detective Howard, because he's the one who told them they better lay low. And he's talking about they better lay low. Meanwhile, the feds is on everybody. The feds is on things. And he's trying to clean up stuff. Because Rock even said, he said, what about your partner, Berg? That was really suicide, huh? He's like, yes, that was suicide. But did y'all catch how he went over to Adina and he's trying to butter Adina up? And I think it worked. I think he pulled on her heartstrings. I said, yo, this Howard is cold. I think he pulled on her. He was like, he gave this thing about, I was fighting for her. I know she felt a certain way about me, but what happened to her was wrong. This, that. He pulled on all the heartstrings because he's trying to get this internal investigation thing to just die down because it's too much. It's too much. Let it die with Bert, damn it. That's what he's saying. Let it die with Bert. He don't want to hear it. Let it die. But that was a good scene right there, and I think he's gotten to her. He's gotten through to her. Meanwhile, Rock is claiming that she's clean, and she's trying to go clean, and we see her and Unique are still in their relationship, but you see her, she looking around, she's trying to make sure the feds ain't, she's like, because, she did that job for Stefani last week, and now Stefani has been arrested because they suspected him of that hit. So now they just brought the feds down on Queens. So when Unique came over to visit, they got it on or whatever, she's looking around, make sure things are safe. And I'm trying to figure out this relationship. I mean, they were enemies. Now they do these secret lovers things. Do y'all think this is going to work? What's the benefit here? She's trying to get out of the business. He's getting deeper into the business with his connections now, dealing with the Italians and now the Chinese. How's this all going to work for them? But they seem to have a decent chemistry with each other. But plus, his brother, Ronnie, ain't feeling Rock. His brother who's stuck in time ain't feeling Rock. He's not going to be feeling this. He's not feeling this relationship either. But it's really interesting, really interesting. And we see Rock through this episode trying to look like she's trying to stick to her word and be clean. We saw her in the beauty parlor, and as she's getting her hair done, she hears the hairdresser speaking, and they mention something about the place. She said, look at y'all. Could you stop all this talking and hurry up with my hair? And that's when she hears that the guy's trying to sell the building, and a light bulb goes off in her head. And that light bulb is to, maybe I can clean up this money by putting it into these legit, buying one of these buildings and, making it clean like that, trying to clean it. Because she's really trying to go legit. Like she said, she even said it to, Unique when they went in bed, that pillow talk about, yeah, I'm really going clean, this and that, the third. And I'm like, they really trusting each other now? What's going on with this? And like I said, his brother ain't feeling that. So Rock is doing that. She's trying to stay clean. We see her doing all that, getting all that ready, trying to build up whatever. And we see that the feds is definitely watching her. Now let's move on down to Unique. Like I said, he made a deal with the Italians to deal with this other dude named Quan. Now that scene between Unique and Quan, I thought was dope. They seem to have a mutual respect for each other, and that whole scene about how he don't like the Chinese and his cousin is Chinese and the Chinese think they that was interesting. And to see Unique go over to the Chinese restaurant and introduce himself and to the little girl, till the little girl goes and gets her parents, and the mom is like, she says in Chinese, he's black. I thought he only worked with Italians. I thought he worked with Italians. He was like, listen, hello, the neighborhood is black. But what was so funny, I love Unique's response. He's like, what are y'all talking about? What is all this? That was mad funny. So they are going to be in business. I just love the cocky attitude and the confidence from Unique. I love that about him. He's like, look, what are you talking about? What's going on here? And so he's getting those and getting that in motion. So it looked like he's going to be in business, and business may be decent. But Houston, we have a problem. His brother Unique's brother Ronnie is crazy, calculating, stuck in a time warp, and he just he just can't get out of it. He want to get back on top. He want it now. He's not understanding. He's still looking at Rock as the enemy. He's like, nah, this Rock chick, nah, what's this? He's still looking at her as the enemy. He's out of touch. He's not listening to Unique when Unique is telling him, listen, I got to get things in order first. Chill out, relax, relax. He's creeping out Unique's girlfriend. He's being a jerk. And what he said to her was so cruel when he startled her in the house when he was like, she said, where's Unique? Ronnie was like, oh, he might be with his side chick. She was like, F you. Ronnie's something else. Well, Ronnie is something else. But there's something there. I'm telling you, I like the way they're slowly introducing him to us, his character and his demeanor. He's quiet, he's calm, but he's got this sinisterness about him. And did we see how he handled that bouncer from the club? Remember the one who would not let him in, that was doing the door, that wouldn't let him in at first and dissed his outfit? He came back. We saw at the top of the episode how Ronnie punched that dude in the face, used the car door as a weapon, and took his money. Ronnie's not playing. And then Ronnie doing little stakeouts and stuff, he's following Unique around, and he saw Unique coming out of Rock's house. I said, yo, what's up with this dude? Is crazy. He's crazy. His character. I can't wait to see what else they're going to do with his character. Meanwhile, let's move on down to Marvin. Marvin is trying to be Father of the Year now. He's redeeming himself from last season when we saw how he choked out his daughter and just the way he behaved last season. And, he was in that support group. And that kind of goes a little full circle in this episode. We see him supporting his daughter because Jukebox is in this competition, this girl group audition for this girl group. And I love that Lulu was helping her with that because, Lulu's passion is music as well, helping her with that song. She's got this audition that she has to go to. But unfortunately, the night before, Lulu gets a little drunk, goes down to this bar. After coming from one bar, goes to another bar because he hears the music playing, and the music is familiar to him because it's his dad's music. He says to the bartender, where do you get this music from? What is this? Well, no, he didn't say it like that. He was like, well, where do you get this song from? She's like, the record store? He said, oh, that's my father playing on that. She said, such and such is your father? And long story short, she knew his father. And so they have that conversation. We find out that their father was a musician and a boxer, at one point in his life. Things ended tragically. And that's perhaps how Rock was able to step in and be, over the two, both over Marvin and Lulu because of the parents' situation. So he's there. He's enjoying the music, and there's up-and-coming artists there. And there's a heckler there. And then the heckler pisses him off, so he gets into a fight with the heckler, which causes him to get arrested and get locked up, which then does what? Causes him to miss Jukebox's audition. And so Jukebox is at this audition with Marvin, and like I said, Marvin is being daddy, being supportive, happy of his little girl, as I would if my daughter was auditioning for something. I'm right there, like, go, go, go. So I love that scene too because for those of you who may know, some don't, I also sing and I also do go on auditions and been on auditions. I know how nerve-wracking auditions can be. And that line, it's just, for me, it's always that line. So I felt Jukebox's pain waiting on that line. And then your Uncle Lulu is not here with your track that you need to sing to this song. And then we see her throwing up and all this. But long story short, she did a good job. She did a great job at her audition. They cut her short, whatever, but that's how they do in auditions, though. But she sang her face off. She did great, so that was good. And I'm loving the bond that I see that Marvin is reconnecting with his daughter, and I like that, especially since her losing her mom. And Marvin also, if you saw, remember the support group he was in? The guy Gerald called him, and I was wondering where he was going. That guy's from the support group. He done backslid, and he's relapsed, and he was all high up, and Marvin had to pay these dues so he could go and get him out of that sleazy motel and take him home. So kudos to Marvin for doing what he did. That was nice. And Lulu, like I said, Lulu was drinking his life away, getting pissed off. But Lulu seems to now be maybe redeeming himself because he's found something to do, because he goes back to that bar with the lady and to apologize for the bar fight. She actually appreciated him defending and protecting her, and they may have some sort of partnership going forward. I did like all of that, but I still feel like all of them somehow are going to still end up right back. Lulu's going to still end up back in the business, and so is Rock. I think Rock is still going to end up back in the business. I did mention Stefano got arrested in this episode, right? He's arrested. We talked about Jukebox and her relationship. Really good episode. Really good episode. Really good stuff here. Let's see. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. Oh, but did y'all catch this? At the end of the episode, Ronnie's watching Kanan and Famous. But Kanan knows who he is. I said, here we go with this stuff. I thought that was so good. That Ronnie is calculating, and he crazy too. So we're going to see what's going to happen with this, because now, like I said, he knows about Unique messing with Rock. He knows that Kanan is up to something. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting right there. A lot going on. Good episode. That's all I have. If I missed something, tell me down below in the comments what I missed, what I didn't discuss. I thought this episode was really good. It was slow, but it was a good slow. You know, one of those good slows. So that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.